Parsons' first preseason game, and he said, "What? This isn't too fast for me."
Slow.
He was trying to warn us. Micah was the unanimous winner of last year's Defensive Rookie of the Year award. But now there's a new, young class of defenders who have their eye on that prize. Over at NFL.com today, Chad Ryder posted his projections for the defensive all-rookie team, the best at each positions. But of course, I want to get your picks for all of these. Baldy, why don't you start us off?
Well, Michael was, he's some kind of benchmark for any of these guys at any position. However, on the defensive line, I'm going to go Jermaine Johnson from the New York Jets, the 26th pick in the first round. The Jets traded up with Tennessee to get back into the first round. A little birdie has told me, MJ, up there in Florham Park, that Jermaine Johnson is pure fire off the edge right now. And then at linebacker, the very next pick, the 27th selection out of Utah, was Devin Lloyd by Jacksonville. Mike Caldwell's a new defensive coordinator for Doug Peterson down there. Mike Caldwell is an off-the-ball inside linebacker like Devin Lloyd. He's got a lot of versatility to him, a lot like Micah showed last year. He can come off the edge, he can blitz, he can cover, and he's sideline to sideline. So I think those two guys have a great chance of being on the all-rookie team when we look up at the end of the season.
I love that, Baldy. So
I love it. All-rookie team. Well, anybody could be all-rookie. We just don't know.
This guy was long, rangy. It's been look at Sauce Gardner. Sauce Gardner for the Jets is the guy that they drafted in the first round. If this guy gets a pick, MJ, in the first week, he's an absolute legend because he already has the first name. He's in New York. Get an interception, be flashy on a great defense with Jermaine Johnson, those guys leading the pack. I really like this pick with the Jets, and I think that he could be on that all-rookie team as well.
Oh, no question. I bet you that's one of his goals for sure in week one. Hey, Baldy, I challenge you to use the phrase pure fire in some kind of sentence before the show is over, please. That was great.
Yeah.
But all of those guys, they're trying to replicate the success that Micah Parsons had in 2021, whose numbers were crazy last season. He ranked top 6 in sacks, even though he rushed on just under 53% of dropbacks. Come on. That's ridiculous. All right, let's take a deep dive on the future of the position. It's not just players only, it's linebackers only.
And here comes pressure. Goff is set. Brennan Scarlett with the honors.
Forgive me for a second here, guys. My system is just kind of doing something funky to me. Just bear with me for a second here.
Avery Williamson of Milan, Tennessee. Blake Bortles throws wobbly, intercepted. Thomas Davis. Oh my goodness! Thomas Davis.
Okay.
That is a veteran who knows what to do.
All right, we'll kill that. Jeez.
What's up, guys, and welcome to...
All right. What's up? Boy, sorry, guys. What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, of course, with my buddy Cowboy Jobu, as well as Joe Bear in the house. And as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. So let's get open for business here, and let's wake up the football gods. Wake up. Sports with comma. What's up? Salute to you, my man. There's Angelica Barron. What's up, Angelica? I know I saw Roland's review up in the house. What's up, Roland? How are you doing? Dab Sports, you're sitting here coming like crazy at me about Zeke Elliott's contract. Now listen to me.
No. And he's talking about Chase Young, too.
Okay, Dab Sports, are you... I don't...
So no. This person must be a Washington fan because he's talking about Chase Young. Ain't no one in this mug talking about Chase Young.
Well, let me pull something.
Coming for that behind.
Let me pull up something real quick because he's going crazy about we got to restructure Zeke Elliott. You can't restructure right now.
What you're going to do is maybe next year you let Zeke Elliott go next year.
Here's the thing.
But you're on the hook for Zeke.
See, I don't think you quite got it on Zeke Elliott because this year is the end of Zeke Elliott's guaranteed money.
Yeah, next year you let him go or trade him.
What you're looking at right now, the cap number for Zeke Elliott. Let me clear this up real quick now because I want to make sure that we got this straight. Zeke Elliott's cap number is $18.2 million this year, okay? His guaranteed salary, guaranteed money is $12.4 million, and then the bonus money is $5.8 million. So that was the guaranteed money, the signing bonus, and all that stuff that was prorated over the life of the contract, okay? if we go to 2023, okay, 2023, his cap number is $16.72 million, right? You got that, right? But you see what the guaranteed money is, it's zero. So what they could do is they could cut him pre-June 1st, save $4.8 million, right? Which is not really that great. Or they could restructure him, or they could make him a post-June 1st cut, in which case they would save $10.9 million. But more than likely what they'll do is they'll say, we can cut you and make you a post-June 1st, and save 5.8, or we can redo the deal. So you're going crazy. Oh, we got to do. Why do we have to redo any deals? You act like we're going to actually go out and spend some money. We ain't spending money. We got $22.4 million right now. Why do we need to try and get any more? We ain't spending a dime of it. No, Dab. Do you see this right here? Dab, look at this. Guaranteed money. This is 2023. Zero guaranteed money after this year. It's over the cap. Over the cap. Zero. You want me to look up Sports Track? Sports Track.
And he's a channel member too.
No, he's got it wrong on that one.
I know, but Dab Sports is a channel member too.
I understand that, but he's like, no, he's got to get. No, he doesn't.
He does not for next year. Next year is when you can let him go or trade him and get some relief back. You can get some money for Zeke or something for him. I'm sure there's a team out there that would trade for Zeke next year.
Where is it? Okay.
If we do let him go.
Do they have guaranteed money on Sports Track? Base salary 10, signing bonus 1.5, optional bonus, boom, boom, boom,
That's
boom.
this year.
No, I changed it for 2023.
Oh.
Updated.
It says signing bonus one.
No, but it's guaranteed money. They don't have the guaranteed money on that one.
Oh.
But on on this one.
One's probably more. It's more.
I always go with over the cap. Zero. Okay? And worst case is you cut them and you had to take a $5.8 million hit, but you save 10. I mean, that's less than what the dead money we're taking for Amari Cooper. That's about the same as what we're taking for Lyle Collins.
Yeah, but if his ankle was as bad as we think it is, then that was worth letting him go.
But what will happen? Okay, this die is set. Again, we got $22.4 million, and the only thing we've signed is a second kicker. So why are you going crazy? Dab Sports, he is not. Okay, Dab, where are you getting your number from? Please explain that one to me, because you are the only mother humper that's actually come up with that. It's not. The guaranteed money, and I believe when you look at it, out is 2023 for his contract.
He must be talking about somebody else, because I don't know anybody. I don't.
Dennis, welcome back. But let's be clear here. So a guy who was washed up still got 1,000 yards on one leg. Yeah. And he kept our quarterback from getting his freaking neck broken. I'm okay with Zeke Elliott being on the team. They got to be trolling. Oh, I'm sorry. Do we need to do a mic check?
Mic sound nice, check one. My mic sound nice, check two. My mic sound nice, check three. Are you ready?
What's up, Mike? How you doing?
I'm doing great.
You're doing great? Why are you doing great?
Oh, because Birmingham beat Philly last night.
Oh, okay.
In the USFL, so I'm good with that.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm okay. Yeah. Well, whenever Philadelphia loses at anything,
it was stupid too, because they got an interception with like a minute and some, enough to run down the field, get a field goal, and they give Birmingham back the ball, and then Birmingham runs the clock.
You know what, Samuel Rowe? I bet you Zeke Elliott gets 1,200 yards this year. I will bet money on that right now that Zeke Elliott gets 1,200 yards. You want to bet me?
We shall see.
You want to bet me on that one? We saved another 16 with Dak's contract restructure. That's right. Okay. Before we get into everything, I do want to play this. Shout out to my man Trucker's Life. I'm going to make a donation to help out on this as well. Trucker's Life, who is actually in Arizona right now.
Must be hot out.
You're trying to
It is.
You're trying to get better. You're trying to do better. All right, man. No problem. My name's Gerard. You do music?
I tried, but I got a work hard then have help on.
Oh, no problem, man. I hate to see a young man out here struggling like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
People constantly fuck with me and shit, and
people mess with you all the time.
and
Well, if you're around here tomorrow, if I can raise some money, we'll see what I can do for you, okay? All right, God bless you, bro. All right, man. You have a good one. You said what? Oh, no problem, man. It's not me blessing you, it's God blessing you.
All right.
Oh, no problem, man. This is what I do, man. I like to see people eat good. You know what I mean? So, God bless you, and I will be in contact with you tomorrow, okay? All right, y'all. So, what we're going to do, we're going to open my Cash App open. Trucker's Life 78.
Trucker's Life
You
second.
feel like helping somebody out? That young fella right there.
I got it.
We're going to try to help him out, all right?
All right.
I'm not in the
Trucker's
best
Life.
financial situation
I'm pushing
myself.
send.
So I
Right
gave him
now.
a plate with lamb chops, lamb ribs, and some shrimp and broccoli rice.
Boom.
But what we're going to try to do, let's see how much we can raise for him in 24 hours.
All right. I just sent
24
25 Trucker's Life to help out fellow man.
Send money to
It's
my Cash App.
106 in Arizona.
Trucker's Life 78.
He is literally out
He
in the
doesn't have a
streets.
Cash App, so we're going to do it through mine. Everything you send will be given directly to him in 24 hours. So, hey, if y'all really give a fuck, help us out. You trying to
On a day like today, I'm listening to the fireworks going off outside right now, and it's our Independence Day. And this world is crazy. This world is insane, and I'm trying to understand what the hell happened to this country, because to have this fool, and I say fool, on Independence Day decide that he's going to have fireworks of shooting people, to literally have killed 6 and wounded, I think, 19 more, to have the police releasing yesterday a camera of a suspect for a pullover for a driving offense, running away, to have 90 shots shot at him, for us to be at each other's throat. And if you don't agree with me, it's the F you, that we have to get away from all of this hate, away from all of this bullshit, and we have to start taking care of each other. Today needs to be our Independence Day from jackasses. Our Independence Day from bullshit. Our Independence Day of not being able to go to a damn parade, a movie theater, a school, to church, to a shopping center. This shit is insane. This is insane. Where does this shit end? It makes me sick. I try. Now, I know I get heated in here. I know I will chase an idiot out the door, okay? But I don't do it with malice. I mean, come on. This is YouTube. This is YouTube. Because I don't agree with you doesn't mean that I need to get a gun and shoot and kill you. We used to be able to have discussions and disagreements. And my thing, for the time that I have left, and who knows, with the way people are shooting up, I could be shot and killed tomorrow. That's true. Don't look at me like that. Do you think the people who went to a parade today thought that they were going to get shot and killed? Do you honestly think that that's what they thought was going to happen? We are celebrating our country's Independence Day, and here it is, 25 people shot, 6 of them killed. It's crazy. It's crazy. And I'm sorry to go off on that, but when I saw the post up there from Trucker's Life, a guy sitting outside, hungry, 106-degree heat, I got to do what I can. If you can donate a couple of dollars to Trucker's Life to help this guy out, by all means do it. By all means. In the pinned comment is right there is his Cash App. Trucker's Life 78. So that's at least, I don't know that I'm going to be able to change a guy's life. I don't know if I can change anybody's, but I damn sure going to try. James Barber, appreciate the super chat there. There's da-da-dunt, 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 da-da-dunt.
Damn, Gina.
What we, it makes me kind of think twice about trying to do anything anymore. I'm trying to go to training camp. But with all the craziness in the world, it's kind of like, should I even try and go? Do you need to just bunker down in your house?
You need to live your life.
However short it may be when you're out there trying to live it. I mean,
you can't stop living it because of 1 or 2 idiots in this world.
It's not 1 or 2. That same idiot that just did that, there's 1,000 more that are waiting to be a copycat. There are 1,000 more that are crazy in the head and for whatever reason feel like I got to go kill some people. Aisha Robinson, how you doing? It's a sad day again. And here's what we'll get. Our thoughts and our prayers go out to those poor people that were shot by the crazy person. Oh, well. I'm about to go off on a tangent. Darlene, what's up? Let me try and go in a different direction here because I don't want to get I don't want to go crazy. It's the 4th of July. I hope everybody's having a great Independence Day. Brian SoCal, I've been looking for you, buddy. I need your help, man. Email me, please, because I need a shot glass for training camp and for the season, man. I need Brian SoCal. I need you, brother. I need you. And it's Miss Hot Sauce Lola. What's up, Lola? Oh, hell. You see what I see right there? No. Huh? Jordan Davis, I'm coming for Dax Meats. Mr. Part-Time Player. Okay. Gina Thorne, what's up, Gina? How you doing? Amanda, how you doing? When someone's done,
Smith is going to be a starter. Not a rotational guy.
Who?
Starter. Tyler Smith.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He's slated to be a starter.
You're right, Blue Virus. Let's try and have some happy thoughts and talk about Cowboys football. Although some of us would say Cowboys football, it's not happy thoughts. If you listen to the experts out there, the Cowboys are ass. The Cowboys don't become a tailgate member. It's not worth it.
No. Or you get excited for a punter.
Okay, Dallas Cowboys for life. I'm sorry that you. Okay.
No.
That's purely up to you, buddy. If you say so.
No. We get excited for signing a kicker.
Yeah,
that's the kind of day
that's our big signing of the summer is getting a kicker. Brian Green was literally ready to kick. He was like, "Oh, Cowboys signed somebody," and I got
Thomas Garrett. Thomas Garrett went off on a tantrum last night because we signed a kicker.
Yeah, but
I don't blame him.
I tell you what, I got screwed over today. I got so freaking excited. I was upstairs doing some work with the wife and things in the office, and I saw this clip. David Hausman, Cowboys inking T.Y. Hilton to a 2-year, $10 million contract. I was like, oh, shit. I came running downstairs, for the second floor down to the first floor, going down to the basement and stuff. And I'm looking, I'm trying to find something on here. I'm trying to find something. And I'm looking at it, and the only thing I saw was the Bleacher. Let me see if I can find it on Bleacher Report.
There wasn't anything on T.Y. Hilton stuff.
No, but see, I got this from Bleacher Report.
Some guy on YouTube who has less than 200 subscribers talking about T.Y. Hilton.
But see, this, I blame Bleacher Reporters because I went through. Look,
he probably got a lot of clicks too on his channel. The dude that put it out.
Cowboys not taking off days. Okay, so is this another one? Wide receiver Fuller has been in talks with Cowboys. Okay. Now
that's plausible.
Now wait, hold on.
Plausible in talks.
But see,
anybody could be in talks with the team.
I'm trying to see if it's in there.
Anybody could be in talks with the team.
Okay, so here's what I got. This is what. Now let me show you how they got me. So I was looking at this. Cowboys are signing longtime Colts wide receiver T.Y. Hilton, and I was like, what? So I came downstairs and started doing a thing on here, and I looked up because at My Sports, and I was like, okay, who's this guy, My Sports? And you look at this and say, he's only following 936 people, but he's got over 500,000 subscribers. And I was like, oh my goodness, maybe this shit's legit. But then I started going through there, and I was like, I don't see anything in there about us signing T.Y. Hilton. So then I went back to the original tweet, and I was like, David Houseman, he's putting out some bullshit? And then I clicked on it, and then it was David Houseman with 89 followers. Oh. Okay. So now you see this same person. Cowboys not taking any days off here. Big news if true. Wide receiver Will Fuller have been talking with the Cowboys. We'll hope to see if it takes stuff in here. So then as you go down a little further, been hearing a lot of fake Houseman accounts due to the job change. I lost my verification. This is the real at Houseman's Dallas Cowboys. Sure it is. Okay. So
where's your blue check mark?
No, he's saying that he lost his account because he doesn't work for the Cowboys anymore.
But Twitter is independent from the Cowboys.
I'm just saying.
Twitter and the Cowboys.
Listen. I'm just saying what it says on here. It says he lost his account because he's no longer working for the Cowboys. So earlier we see T.Y. Hilton. Now we're seeing Will Fuller. Okay. You got me the first time. And then I started going through and saying, okay, this is some bullshit. So, yeah. Nothing happened to Trucker's Life, Aisha Robinson. Actually, Trucker's Life ran into a guy who's down on his luck, young guy, out in the heat, hungry and everything else, and he fed him dinner, and he's trying to see what he can do about getting him some help. So if you want to help somebody else, that's his Cash App. I sent $25 to try and help out right now, see what we can do to help our fellow man. And on a day when we see so much callousness going on in the world and in the country and stuff, doing something good for somebody else, I think is a first start. This is Germ, straight bullshit. You're right. So, trust me, I don't fall for names too, but they need to vet wide receiver in the room. I agree with you on that one. But I'm not ready to go ahead and just say that the Cowboys are going to be ass. I feel good because of one thing. Here's the thing that helps me sleep at night. Okay? I know a lot of you don't believe in Dak Prescott, but do you know something interesting?
What, the Hurts never beat Dak Prescott?
Well, that's true too. And Carson Wentz ain't exactly had a whole lot of success against them either. In fact, I will say that the Cowboys having a 25-6 record against the division is pretty good with Dak Prescott, including when Dak Prescott was on one leg. But here's the interesting thing that I saw today. Do you know in the red zone that Dak Prescott has the second highest completion percentage in the red zone in all of the NFL, the second best at 68.8. I'm not that bright, but I think that's pretty good. Don't you think that's pretty good? I think that's pretty good. And having him healthy elevates the quarterback position big time. Now, I know we lost Amari Cooper, but here's the thing that's interesting.
Ankle might have been bad from
well, ankle was awful last year.
Well, it's from speculations.
Last year, just think about this. All offseason last year, it was focusing on, I got to be able to keep this ankle together. That's what he worked on. He couldn't run around. When he was able to finally start throwing, he overthrew with his arm because he was trying to catch up, right? So then he couldn't throw in training camp, right? Didn't have any preseason games. So he didn't work out with CeeDee Lamb or any of the other guys, right? Cedric Wilson and things, right? Still had a decent season. 37 TDs is pretty good with only 10 interceptions. I think that's actually damn good. As Gina would say, da-da-da, or I would say about Gina, da-da-da, da-da-da, damn Gina, that's good. With him healthy and able to work out with the guys like he is right now down in Florida, they're going to be better. When you take a guy like James Washington, the interesting thing is, for some reason, whenever guys play with Dak Prescott and then play with another quarterback, their yards per completion is the peak of their career. Randall Cobb went from 10.9 yards per completion the last couple of years with Aaron Rodgers and them literally saying, you're done, to come with the Cowboys and averaging 14.9, the highest in his career. He leaves Dak Prescott, who some people say is a garbage-ass quarterback, and goes to Deshaun Watson, who everybody all of a sudden thinks is, the greatest quarterback since sliced bread.
He's going to be sitting out at least at least half of the season.
Right. But his numbers drop back down to 11 yards per completion. So hypothetically, if James Washington, if he has that same effect on him, he'll do pretty good. And if they go ahead and start using 12 personnel, and if we stop having so many goddamn penalties on the offensive line, I bet that Zeke Elliott gets 1,200 yards this year.
If the offensive line is good.
Because we'll be more balanced.
If the offensive line is good, I can see that. But they have to get the offensive line together this year.
But here's the thing that's interesting. Shout out to Mark Hutton. Everything on Schultz's contract, I don't think it's going to get done. Right now, the last we heard was they were far apart. But here's the thing that's interesting, because you can take two samples. Last year, what did the Cowboys do? Big signing, Jaron Kearse. Everybody was like, oh, we need a safety. Oh, right? That's what we did. They said Carlos Watkins. Oh, shit. Oh. You said Brent Urban. Oh, shit. Right? None of those guys, were top tier guys, right? But those guys came together and played great football.
Because of
the year before, the Cowboys went out for name guys. We went and got Clinton, Dix, right?
Who talked his way out of Cowboys.
But Clinton Dix had played some decent football. He had played better safety than we had over the last 6 or 7 years, right? We got Gerald McCoy, who, for years was a great standout in Tampa, right? We got Don Terry Poe, he was a big turd in the middle that clogged the middle. The toilet was clogged up with him. And we got Everson Griffin, who played great for Minnesota.
But who was their coach?
What do you mean who was their But it's regardless.
No, it's not regardless, because it comes down to coaching.
Okay. Well, maybe it comes down to coaching.
But you had was
but
garbage.
What you had named pedigree guys that were getting good salaries.
But you had
decent salaries.
You had trash as coach
versus
who we have now.
Okay,
who's a top tier defensive coordinator.
I hear you, but you still have to be able to get talent out there and playing.
Yeah, but he took no
okay, all right, well, then fine.
And made them
okay,
good.
but point is we took guys that nobody looked at and said, "Oh man, he's going to be a good player for us." Nobody looked at Jaron Kearse and said, "Oh, he's going to be our best safety we've had in 10 years."
That comes down to
and he was making less than $1 million a year.
And we got one of the best defensive coordinators in the NFL right now.
Well, he's considered that now. Going into last year, people said, "Oh man, he's a bum because of the way Atlanta played. Giving up all those big leads."
But at least they went to the Super Bowl. What have we done?
Okay, well,
the man went to 3 Super Bowls, one as a head coach.
Okay,
and won one of them.
Regardless, my point, you're missing my point of we signed named guys, names that people knew, and none of them made it through the season. Gerald McCoy got hurt in training camp. Dontari Poe, overweight, pup list, didn't make it through the season. Emerson Griffin, he got released and left. Clinton Ha-Ha Dix didn't get through training camp. And so when you looked at what they spent on those guys who didn't make it through a season, yeah, we signed some guys that I got excited about. I was like, oh man, we finally got a big man in the middle. And he played like Albert Haynesworth in Washington. Right? But we got some guys that were on the cheap that were trying to get a contract and get paid, and they all seemed to stick with the team and played well and elevated the team. I agree, Mark. It really seems like that. We got Carlos and Urban, and I said, wow, we got better already, and I swear some haters were at least thinking that. I mean, and basically everybody laughed when we signed all those guys last year. And Terrell Basham's another one. Well, Terrell Basham, he's back on the team. Carlos Watkins is back. Jaron Kearse, you looked at and say, we stole him. That was a great pickup. Jason Renfro, shout out to you. These idiots on ESPN don't even have a clue. Imagine Aaron Rodgers coming off a fractured ankle. Do you think he would have a season like Dak had? So they don't know shit. Well, here's an interesting one. Because if you go back to last year this time, when they were talking about Cincinnati, they had Cincinnati as the 28th ranked team. And they literally had the coach on the hot seat. And they go to the Super Bowl. Nobody saw them coming. Nobody. Look at Washington. Everybody thought, oh, they got Ryan Fitzpatrick there. They're going to be great. No, they weren't. They sucked ass. Ryan Fitzpatrick couldn't get out the first game. Even said his name a few times, like on Giant channels. My neighbor's wasting like 2,000 on fireworks. I told him 11:59, cut that shit off. I love weed. I hear you talking, buddy. Rodgers would have the refs on his side to help him win. Don't ever compare the Cowboys with the Bengals. Doesn't make any sense. You don't have the weapons or the quarterback of that caliber. Okay, you know what, Johnny?
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
Watch Cincinnati go back down the toilet this year. Watch. They're not going back to the Super Bowl there, buddy. Watch. One-hit wonders. Chat Sports, Cowboy Sports says 14 for Zeke, 1,400. I'm not going to go quite that far. We have the quarterback in Dak. What you mean? Yeah, that's just a hater right there. Johnny is John Looney. Could be. Uh-oh. Oh, hold on. This is going to get interesting. Hang on. Hello?
Hi, man.
Hey, how you doing?
Happy 4th of July.
Happy 4th of July to you, too. You know I'm live, right?
No, I didn't know.
Oh, well, you want to say hello to everybody?
Sure.
Okay, hang on. Let me put you on the Bluetooth real quick here. Hold on, good people. Let's see if I got you on the Bluetooth. Can you hear me? Philip?
For a check.
Okay, there we go. Okay, everybody, I have a special guest here, and I didn't know he was calling. I didn't know you were calling. Happy 4th of July, okay? The world's crazy out here. Everybody's shooting each other and everything else. I'm not sure I know what to celebrate and stuff, but happy 4th of July, Independence Day. I have on here with me my buddy, Philip Ebarb, one of the nicest people that you'll ever meet, but a person that you definitely don't want to get on your bad side.
I got friends in low places.
Yeah, I guarantee you do. How you doing tonight?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Just doing the thing. Recovering, doing the therapy, doing everything I'm supposed to be doing.
How's the hip surgery go?
Good. I'm 11 days in today, and moving around pretty good. And like I said, doing therapy, just pushing a little too hard. Just kind of, the pain's just shifted, but I'm winning little victories.
Okay, cool beans.
So,
yeah. Are you as excited as I am for training camp to start?
Man, I'm beyond excited. I don't even want to say nothing. I'm just so glad that this year there's not like all these ridiculous expectations and everybody's thinking that they've, gotten weaker and everybody's thought. That's great, man. First off, nobody knows what anybody is until they get out.
You are 100% right on that one.
And you don't know who's going to get hurt, who's not. Me and Dak were talking last week and made a comment about, you got these guys that come into training camp and they're out there with no pads and they're just incredible. They don't miss a thing, don't miss a beat. Everything's perfect. They work their butt off, and then you got these other guys just not there at the right time. They don't, they're making mistakes. They're just not, focused like they should be. And then they come out for training camp and they put on pads and all those guys who were online and perfect and dead end.
They're not the same.
Get punched in the mouth a couple of times and everything changes. And he said, and then just the opposite, these guys that were, not on track, all of a sudden there's this fire that you see. And it's just two different work ethics, two different things. People just don't know how people are or why. And I think they're really excited. I know Dak's in
the house.
Immaculate shape.
He looked cut up. The picture from him down in Florida, it was like, damn, he doesn't have an ounce of baby fat left on him.
No, he's as heavy as he's ever been and as thinner than he's ever been. His body fat is just unbelievable, and he just there's something about his demeanor this year that's just different. Anybody who's ever suffered a major injury knows that you want to be back. You want to be 100%. You go out, you're giving 100%. But there's no way you can't, when something happens that you don't go, oh my gosh, what was that? Oh, what was that? And not that you're hesitant. You're not hesitant. Because once you're in there, you're 100. You're going 100. But things just don't seem to be 100. And it takes some time for that to happen. And I think he's in a new place, man. I really do.
The thing is, as much as they always say, oh, they're back on the field, they're healthy. Nobody's ever really healthy. But when you have an injury like he had, to me, it shifts everything because you still kind of favor it. It's still not the same strength-wise to where it was before. And I bet that led to the calf injury. And also, of course, throwing more with his shoulder as opposed to whipping with his body. As I watched him sometimes when he was scrambling out, he would kind of be off of the ground throwing the football. So to me, it's like he wasn't able to really use his body fully. And for him to have 37 TDs, 4,400 and some odd yards passing, and his body wasn't right, having an off season where this is the first time he's actually been able to work with CD Lamb in the off season period.
Oh, this was the first real off season he's had in 3 years.
Right. Yeah.
COVID 2 years ago.
Right. And that was, CD's rookie year. So they didn't work out then. And then, of course, last year he's recovering and on a pitch count in training camp and didn't play preseason games and then played, the 5 games and got injured. So, yeah, I mean, he just didn't have any time to really work with him. That's where I'm excited to say the two of them getting together. And I think about, the connection they had with Cedric Wilson was pretty good. But as you kind of pointed out, so there were times where Cedric would go one way when Dak was thinking he was going to be going the other. And those are things that kind of come together when you're working on a regular basis. I just don't think he had much time to work with anybody due to the injury and COVID.
Yeah. Well, and just like let's move away from that. Let's just talk about an engine.
Mm-hmm.
When your engine starts skipping and one of your spark plugs is going wrong,
mm-hmm.
what happens?
You ain't got as much power, and that thing kind of chucks
and the next one goes out.
Yeah, you're getting less and less power.
It just starts happening. The next one goes out because everything's got to be cohesive. Everything's got to be a unit. Your body is a machine, and if everything is not firing 100% in all aspects, other things are going to make up. A perfect example is I had a hip replacement last July,
mm-hmm.
and my recovery time was really fast. I was back at school in 3 weeks teaching, and I'm going into my second week right now, and I'm about a week behind the other one.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that's because last year I didn't have a hip replacement that I had to favor. I still had a hip that hadn't been replaced, even though it was, in bad shape. It was still my hip, and it felt like my hip. Well, now that I've had this one, I'm worried about favoring too much on the one that's been replaced. And now this one's been replaced. So I'm like taking a little bit more precaution. I'm a little bit more conscious of it.
Mm-hmm.
There was a little bit more cleanup on this one than the last one. So the recovery time's a little bit slower. So there's just one thing happens and the other happens. It's that way with everything in life, man. Life is about being cohesive
mm-hmm.
and everything flowing right. You got to make things flow. And when one thing goes wrong, it affects everything else. Just like injuries on a field. Sometimes you can plug in a different player in that position and he does just as well, or sometimes he can do better. But is he really doing better, or is it just different and people can't adjust to it and it makes it seem better? And then other times it's just horrible because he's just not the same guy the other one was. You know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean.
Things just have to work together, and your body is the same. It's an instrument, and it's a machine. And I think Dak's machine is as tuned and prepared as it's ever been. I think mentally, psychologically, socially, I think in every way, educationally, I think he's putting in work with guys that he's been confident in before, and they're just getting stronger. Really likes the new receivers, really likes the new tight end, really likes the new offensive linemen, the two guys, Ridgeway and the other guy, Smith.
Yeah. Tyler Smith? Yeah. The guard. I'm just sitting here thinking about if we just cut down on the penalties between the 9 that we had from Badish, the 13 we had from Connor Williams, the 9 that we had from Lyle Collins in just 10 games, that alone will put us in a better position because, people don't understand that there's a big difference of you having a big play down the field and first down and some momentum and then getting kicked back, now it's 1st and 20. It basically takes the running attack out of the equation.
Yeah.
People don't put that into consideration. Dak can't win this. Dak, it's like some of those games, like the 49er game, we didn't get 50 yards between Tony Pollard and Zeke Elliott. And you had 14 penalties. And so people look at that and say, Dak's got to overcome that. I'm sorry, there's not too many quarterbacks that are going to be able to overcome that.
Well, and it's not just how many and how many yards. It's when.
It's when it happens, true.
Holy crap. They would happen when we would be 3rd and 7 and we would complete a pass 11 yards down the field for a first down and get a holding penalty.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're 3rd and 16, or 3rd and 19 or whatever.
Hey, yeah, I agree.
It's just, I'm sorry, man. I've stumbled onto the 49er game replay of it not too long ago.
Yeah.
And I watched the whole thing, and I saw us called offsides on defense over and over.
Yeah.
And I saw them line up offsides so many times.
And not called.
Got called. I don't care. People can say what they want to say. I've been an official my whole life. I've had Little League officials come to me and go, hey, man, we're going to call for this guy tonight because he's got a tournament, and, boy, he pays his umpires good. If you want to call that tournament, we got to be good for him tonight. I'm like, no. So we're talking about a Little League tournament that the guy wants to cheat for $2 a game extra, and because the guy hosts the thing with the Texas Roadhouse instead of Popeye's fried chicken, and the complimentary room feeds you so good that they want to cheat for that. You don't think these guys will sway a game? Man, get the hell out of here.
Well, after hearing the Miami coach was, going to pay his coach to throw games, I don't put the owner. Excuse me, the owner was going to pay the coach to throw games. I don't put this past anybody. One of my fans, loyal Cowboys, and I know you know about my man Stu, because thank you for getting us the tickets for the Star. Turns out that was the first, tour and stuff that they actually started doing since that weekend for the pandemic. He wanted me to relay to you about my buddy Stewart's wishes. I kind of gave him to Micah. Micah was kind of in another zone when he was there for the autograph signing. But Stewart had two wishes, and one of those wishes, of course, was us to take care of his mom and fix the house, and we did that one. And the second one was for the Cowboys to win the Super Bowl.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'd have a third hip replacement if that would guarantee it.
Okay. Well, I was hoping you could pass that one on to Dak, that, one of the biggest Cowboy fans in the world, his dying wish would be for the Cowboys to win the Super Bowl.
There is nothing in this world. See, this is when I think, I try, man, I try to stay away from them idiots on social media, and when they just get to the point of just ignorance, sometimes it just pushes me too far. I try to stay away. It's addictive, man. But nobody wants it worse than those guys. Nobody sacrifices. These idiots sit at their house and watch a game and watch them get beat out of the playoffs when they watch an official 25 yards behind the play, when most of the time they're only 15.
Yeah.
This guy's 25 yards behind the play, lightly jogging up to come stop the clock when he knows that clock's closing.
That screwed us.
And decides to go in the same hole that Dak's backing out of. Comes into the same hole and runs into Dak.
Yeah.
Okay, so Dak's walking backwards out of the hole, and this guy's running forward, and they blame Dak for running into the guy. And then if anybody goes back and watches it, he doesn't just touch the ball and put it down. He puts it down way too deep for the center to even get to the ball. And then he picks it up and resets it again. If anybody really watches, that's enough time right there. If he would have just put the ball down the first time and left it alone, that's enough time.
It would have been enough time.
If he doesn't run into Dak, which I tell you, man, I've watched him too many times. And when you watch a guy running a play and he's the back judge back there, and he's freaking 25, 30 yards behind the play when they're running down to the second, and you go watch these other games when they're running clocks down, even in the third, second quarters, and you see those officials edging up to be sure that they're going to help them with that clock. And this guy's 25 jogging, taking his sweet time to get up there, and then sets the ball way too deep under the center, and then picks it up again and pulls it forward while they're trying to adjust. So they have to adjust again, and then looks up like, okay, should I get out of the way? Oh, okay, I should get out the way. And then gets out of the way. Man, I'm sorry, bro.
Don't be sorry. Let it out. Let it out, man. Let it go.
I've watched it. Okay, I've been an official.
That's all.
I've been an official and a coach for over 30 years. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 situations in that last play that official affects time? 5. Number 1, he's way too far back behind that play when other officials are already edging up. That's a fact. Go watch it.
I agree with you on that one.
Yeah, it's against the rules.
The second time, why do you run into the same hole when Dak's walking backwards getting out of that hole when you have the choice? You're walking, you're going forward. You can see where he is. Go to the other freaking hole. No, you intentionally go where the clog is, so it takes you longer. He gets through the clog. They go to hand him the ball, and he puts the ball down, and he shoves it back under the center's butt or between his legs, and then stops and picks it up and moves it back forward again, and then stands up and looks around like, okay, is it good? And then gets out of the way. That's 5 things in that one play where if you add, let's say, a third of a second, that's a second and a half.
Yeah.
In a second and a half, do we get to center that ball and kill it?
We kill it. Got another play.
Okay. Next time I hear some dumbass say it was Dak's fault, I'm letting you know publicly on your podcast, you're an idiot.
And that's why they ran out. That's why they ran out the stadium too. Like
if you don't see that time, if you can't go back and watch that play and see that guy ruined more time than anybody else in that play, and that's the same official who was calling the offsides against Arizona, the same crew that called the Arizona game that destroyed us in penalties.
Yeah, we've had.
I can't even believe they're not under investigation. I couldn't believe it. Just my opinion. This is Dak's never said a word. I'm telling you right now, Dak's never said a word. He doesn't. He won't. Dak's like, man, I don't care. I got to overcome all that. I don't care. I got to. He won't. He'll never say we got cheated. I got cheated. It was their fault. Never. Not one time. He'll say, I got to be better. I got to make better decisions. I can't put it in a position where they have the opportunity to get me.
There you go. You're right about – you can't leave any doubt with the officials. We're never going to get a call our way because it's crazy when I watch other games and see the things that Aaron Rodgers' offensive line gets away with and stuff. And, we've got phantom penalties that go against stuff. So I remember the Micah Parsons unnecessary roughness on Derek Carr. And, I remember the Tampa Bay ones, my man throwing his helmet off on the field and everything else and stuff that's not getting called. But, Cowboys, we never get a break on any of those. But hopefully this season.
What about the phantom, was it Bryce Butler going to the huddle twice?
Oh, my God. Yeah, in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Never stepped foot into it. Never.
Never got. He was 3 yards away from the huddle.
Yeah. Unsportsmanlike conduct, 15 yards. Instead of it being first down on about the 27-yard line, we're back across midfield and stuff. Yeah, we definitely get hit with ones that we just it's just crazy.
And it's win, man. It's win. It's win. That's the thing. Officials have way too much power when it comes to win making call. When you got a guy like Tyron Smith, who's a first ballot Hall of Famer, and they call a hold on him on a play, and he turns and looks at you like, are you freaking stupid? I'm going to take his word for it.
Yeah.
He knows that he's done that a million times. He knows that is something that they've been taught to do because that's not supposed to be considered a hold. And that's the thing. Can you not call a hold every single play?
You could. I mean, technically, yeah, you could.
You could.
But they don't unless it's the Cowboys.
But they're not going to until they need it.
Yeah.
But that's just, whatever. I hate to be that guy because I'm not that guy. But I'm also an official who I know what officials do. I know the official who had the problem with Allen Iverson that time, who said that the entire officiating crew for the next 3 games were calling palming calls on Allen Iverson to the point that near the end of the first game, Allen walked up to him and said, hey, man, how long y'all gonna keep doing this to me? And he's like, what are you talking about? And he said, they both smirked. And he's like, I know I shouldn't have said nothing. He knew they were doing it to him.
Mm-hmm.
They know. They know. It's just what it is, man. It's just what it is. We're going to be ready, and I think that's the key. The key is to not put it anywhere near their hands. And I'm not blaming the referees for winning or losing. I'm just telling you that it's part of what you have to overcome. And that's just how it is.
All right, amen. Well, we got a little over 3 weeks until training camp starts.
Yeah, I'm gonna go see him next week. I'm gonna go try to get some therapy on this hip up there, and that's the advantages of having a loving nephew, you know.
Yeah, that's world-class treatment there, buddy. Shoot.
Yeah, come up and get 2 or 3 days of treatment with one of his PTs, and you know, said he would take care of all that. Man, that's a blessing.
That's great. Well, I hope the hip heals up real quick and that you'll be back out there coaching and ready to rock and roll. Philip?
Well, hey, man,
I appreciate
the hip don't fit my mouth.
Yeah, they you don't need any work on the mouth. The mouth works fine. All right,
they could both again. It ain't gonna affect my mouth. I promise you. I'm not gonna.
Oh man!
And I'm so glad y'all had fun at the Star. And
that was incredible.
I really was. It was a last minute thing because they really just didn't know how things were going to be working.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because like you said, it was the first groups
that
started there. So it was a blessing. I thank Peter, tax manager, for helping us with that, bridging that communication gap.
Yeah.
The people I knew hadn't even got back there yet, so Peter kind of took over, and it's good to have, you know, people with good hearts that know when people are doing good for other people.
Amen on that one. I appreciate that because, you know, that was after the week that we spent, we were, going crazy and busting our behinds. That was a great way to finish off the week for everybody to get a chance to see the Star and everything else, get some pictures inside, and then get ready to kind of all go our separate ways and stuff. And I can't thank you enough for getting us in there.
Well, man, I can't thank you enough for being the man that you are, dude. You know, I made a phone call and I got some friends to help friends.
Mm-hmm.
You picked up and loaded your friends and your equipment and your tools, and you drove all the way down to Dallas, Texas. What is that, 15, 16 hours?
22 hours, about 1,300 miles.
22 hours, man. Y'all drove 22 hours to go help remodel an elderly lady's house because it was her dying husband, her dying son's wish to have her, to have his mother taken care of. And you guys went down there and did that. If that's not inspiring, if that's not like special,
mm-hmm.
And it takes a hell of a man to be that kind of guy.
Well, I appreciate that. And
you're a blessing, dude. You're a blessing to your family, I'm sure. And you're a blessing to a lot of people. And your integrity and your heart come through. And I thank you for that.
Oh, man, you're going to make me blush here, Philip. I appreciate it, man. I just try and look out for others and try and be a positivity. And that's something I think we need in this world right now. There's so much hate and so much division and stuff. I just don't understand what happened to America that I used to know.
Yeah. Well, I heard Skip Bayless and Colin Cowherd did something like that. Oh, I'm sorry. That was 35 years ago. My bad.
All right, buddy. You take it easy, man. I appreciate you.
All right, man. Hey, man, it's always a pleasure.
Okay.
I called to tell you, happy 4th of July, and tell you I appreciate the friendship we've developed, and stay in touch, man.
All right, man. Thank you so much for everything, man. I'll talk to you soon.
All right.
Okay, bye. Wow. Philip got me up here blushing and stuff, man.
He told me something I didn't know.
What's that?
I didn't know the referee was 25 yards away.
The brother screwed us, man.
It's against the rules to run that far to spot the ball. You can't run more than, I think, 10 or 15 yards.
Well, you know,
it's too late now.
Well, I'll tell you what. Well, there's nothing we can do about any of that stuff right now.
See, that's why the referees ran out of there like cowards, because they knew that they messed up.
Well, they knew that, or they were running to get the check.
that, or they knew that there might be a riot, so they just wanted to leave before the storm came.
There's nothing we can do about that game, or even 5 seconds ago,
or even
it's in the past,
or even the Des Bryant catch that they ruled was a catch.
But I tell you what, I liked hearing from Phillip is that Dak has never said the refs that the brothers screwed us, or that blaming on the ref. For him to say, I got to be better. We got to be better. We got to make sure we don't leave any doubt. For him to go out, Blue Virus, shout out to Blue Virus again.
Because if we had extra time out, it wouldn't even be up to the referees.
Well,
that was coaching. That's one thing.
There were so many things that happened. The crazy thing is in that game, with the penalties, with the lack of the running game,
and
with everything that was going on, we didn't even run 12 personnel. We still had a chance in that game. That's what annoys you.
If we had just one.
You know, if Randy Gregory doesn't tackle the offensive lineman, I mean, it was one thing to get beat, but for him to tackle the offensive lineman, gave them 15 freaking yards, took them across midfield, gives them a first down and some momentum. If just that one play.
If we just had one timeout and we didn't waste them. That could have been the difference.
And Brian Green, I saw you there. He's like, I drove 16 hours of that. Yes, we know, and we have the cones to prove it there, buddy. We have the cones. You know what's funny, Brian? True story. You know where you come into the side of my garage there, okay? There was two green containers that I usually put scrap wood in for my dad because my dad burns it for kindling. And one of the containers was out there, and it had stuff in it, and I had full of water because it rained in it. So I dumped the water and stuff out of it. And you know, lo and behold, what was in it?
What?
2 cones. And so the cones, I took the thing out because I had to put scrap wood in it. And so the 2 cones are sitting there. So every time I go into my garage, I see the 2 cones, and I smile, and I think about my man, Brian Green. And so my wife's like, why are there 2 cones sitting out there? That looks ridiculous. I said, them cones ain't going nowhere. She said, why? I said, because every time I see those cones, I think about Brian Green, my buddy. She's like, you better move them damn cones. Skip Bayless is a big false fan, and he's not. See, here's the thing. I don't know that everybody that talks about the Cowboys and being trash are really enemies of the Cowboys, because they understand how to make money. If you talk about the Giants or the Jets like you do the Cowboys, nobody's tuning into that shit. Nobody cares. Nobody's going to get outraged if you say that, you know, Daniel Jones is overrated. Nobody is, right? Who cares? You got the Cowboys talked about more than the Rams, the team that won the Super Bowl. You had the Cowboys talked about more than Tom Brady and Tampa Bay when they won the Super Bowl. That's where the money is. That's where the conversation is. And the stupidest things that you say are the things that are going to get people to watch you. Bad Dog, Mad Dog, or whatever the fuck his name is. With his crazy look. Dak Prescott's overrated. He's never won, you know, a on the road playoff game. Last time I remember seeing anything from that jackass was last year when he said the same thing about Dak. That's the bottom line there. It's just what it is. Bayless and the couch herd, wow. Well, that kind of took I wasn't expecting Dak's uncle to call in to actually, he didn't realize I was live right now. So it was kind of threw the whole conversation out of whack. But it sounds like Dak is in great shape and got an ounce of fat on him. He's the heaviest he's been, but also the leanest he's been. So it's all muscle out there. So he's ready to go. a Cowboys fan doesn't bash the quarterback every time Skip Bayless does that. We bring in all the money to the three. Oh, you're right about that, Thomas. Also, a lot of people like Cowboys, a lot of fans out there and other fans who don't really speak about Cowboys, but they like to hear. Well, it's like this. Either you love the Cowboys and you want to hear about the Cowboys, or you hate the Cowboys and you love to hear them being trashed. That's the bottom line. So either way, if you're talking about the Cowboys, it's straight butter. Blue Virus is in there. So we got to do another drawing tonight, too. So before we get ready to get out of here, we're doing Nat Win, right? Isn't that who I said yesterday, Mike?
I'm not sure who you said yesterday.
I think I said Nat Win. I think we're going to do this one. We'll get 5 more minutes. Anybody does a super chat. This one is signed by Nat Win. Let's take a quick look at it. Boom. These things still, to me, I really love the way that new bit and stuff works with this stuff. The detail is so much better. You know, we've learned how to use the machine a little bit better and everything else. To Brian Green. Your neighborhood is like Baghdad right now. Iraq. Oh, the fireworks going crazy. Yeah, I hear them outside right now, too. All right, so here we go. Here's our winner for tonight. Who do we have? Who is our winner chicken dinner? Johnny Boy 26. Johnny Boy, let's get this. Boom. Look. Johnny Boy 26. All right. You got to email me. Blue Virus. Shout out to Blue Virus. I'm trying to win one. Blue Virus, I should just give you one for all the super chats you done tonight. All right. So Johnny Boy 26, you need to email me within the next 48 hours so that way we get you covered. Johnny Boy 26. Nat Win. All right. So that's our winner chicken dinner. Trucker's Life said he needs to get to $100 at least for a room for the guy for a night. Right there, if you look at the pinned comment I have, is a Cash App for Trucker's Life to see if you can help him out. If you can spare a couple of dollars, just hit it up on Trucker's Life's Cash App. We're trying to do something nice for somebody else. No Johnny. I love weed. No Johnny. What do you mean, no Johnny? It's Johnny Boy 26. Vado, the cap is fire. This ain't the Tonight Show. I love weed. What are you talking about? You passing? I'm sorry. I'm lost. Johnny Boy is a Commanders. Oh, is he? Oh, snap.
Well, it's too late now. He won.
Well, no, he's not going to win. Okay, so Johnny Boy. Okay.
That's not. Hey, he won. So.
Well, no. We're not giving him that. We'll do him a Commander something. Okay. So we need to. Johnny, yeah, because he was in here trashing us. Why is it people coming in? Okay, well, I'll tell you what. Johnny Boy, he's not going to want a Cowboys thing, okay? So, Johnny Boy, if you email me, CowboysMark94, you let me know what you want, and we'll go ahead and do it for you. So, go ahead and do another one for Nat Win. So, we'll do another drawing for Nat. We can't give him that. Right, somebody said, give him a toilet. Okay, there's Johnny Boy 26. He said, I appreciate that. Johnny Boy, email me, CowboysMark94@gmail, okay? And then that way you can tell me, just send me a picture of what you want me to put on one for you. All right? Because we know you don't want Cowboys autograph stuff. We'll be generous tonight, okay? Cowboy Sports, he has Emmitt Smith's rookie card. If anybody's interested, asking $1,500. Excuse me. Mark Hutton. I know Mark's in the house. Mark definitely deserves it. Mark Hutton. Look at it. Boom. Mark Hutton. You are a winner chicken dinner. So you get Nat Win. That pen stopped writing. So, Mark Hutton, email me, cowboysmark94 so we can get that out. And so, Johnny Boy, just email me, cowboysmark94 Blue Virus and Jason Renfro just added into, well, come Friday. We'll be here Friday. We'll be doing, we still have Randy White. We've got Bill Bates. We got Bob Lilly. And we have DeMarcus Ware. And we actually have Michael Irving, too. So we got quite a few of these things. Huh? Oh, yeah. And Jalen Tolbert, which is misspelled. So you got a special one. Man, I feel swole from all this working, but I'm getting that overtime. All right. Well, gut bomber. I hope you mean swole like, like muscle swole, and not swole like you're a food taster and you done tasted too much food, like you're tasting ice cream and you're just, I hope that you're not that kind of swole. Hey, Mark, it's one thing I've noticed non-Cowboy fans know the history of the Cowboy. Herman, non-Cowboy fans seem to know everything about the Cowboys more than the Cowboys do. I think they know the Cowboys more than they know their own team. Well, shout out to you, Gut Bomber. Okay, the country don't work without people like you, man. Appreciate that. No, I'm not bloated. No, I was just saying. I mean, you could say that I'm swole. It depends on the job you have. You could be. You swole from, a lot of physical work and stuff. You're like, see, look at this. That's not bad for an old, look at that. For an old dude, okay. That's 56. Beto, we love you too. Good stuff. All right, so Mark Hutton, I don't see, Mark, where are you, Mark? Mark, I know you've been in here. So do we have anything else to add? I mean, it's the 4th of July. We got the fireworks going off. We ended up listening to my man, Philip. Philip Ebar was great. I love weed. He's pissing you off. Hey, I tell you what, I love weed. Just go smoke another joint real quick and settle down. Oh, you make pizza and chicken. I got you. All right. So with that being said, I guess we're about ready to get out of here. But you know what we did not do? And it's almost a tradition now. We have to do this, don't we? It's kind of like Taco Tuesday. You have to have tacos on Tuesday, and you have to make fun of Philly 500 at least once.
I fire Howie. Fucking fire him. Motherfucker! Stupid motherfucker! What an idiot! What an idiot! Dallas has Amari Cooper and Gallup, but we don't need a receiver. Are you kidding me? I don't want Justin Jefferson. He's ass. He's stupid. I fire his ass. I fire his ass. I mean, Howie's got to be stupid. What are you doing? You just let Dallas take him.
I should just cut out that I don't want the Justin Jefferson, he's ass, and just leave it just at that. Just to let you know how stupid he is. All right, good people. Get your shot glasses ready so we can get ready to roll on out of here. I appreciate each and every one of you guys, as well as you ladies. Be careful out there. Don't blow off your hands. And let's try and get along. I'm sick of seeing all these mass shootings and all the hate and all the violence. Let's start trying to love each other and get along. Have a great night, and I'll see you soon.
They say that all good things must end. Call it a night. The party's over. And tomorrow and next year starts the same old thing again.